Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors being to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us His 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful. Let that push not this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you Akim, I do say Shalom. I'm the I'm coming in with a quick hit going to the book of Wisdom of Psalm in the 5th chapter. This is verse 1, and it reads, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. And that righteous man is distinguishable from that righteous man, first and foremost, pertains to an Israelite man of the Lord, right? An elect man, which is distinguishable from, some average two-third. All right, because it's based off the fact that the elect man who loves Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will do his works, right? Do the works, rehearse the righteous acts, and keep enduring. All right, it's not written in John, if I'm mistaken, it was the 14th chapter or so. I made the mention, how if you let me keep my commandments, right? And that's Yahushai speaking. Right, and ultimately, we know Yahushai, acted as a messenger, if you will, for the Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, that's why he made the mention. Now, the things I say are not me, but him that sent me. Right? So, the elect, they're going to do the works of the Lord. Right? Go back to 2 Timothy, if I'm mistaken. It was the 1st chapter, verse 9. He going into how he called us into a holy life. Right? A holy life. And that ain't by committing adultery, being idolatrous, covetous, things of that sort. No, it's by doing what was written in the scriptures, man. Right? The elect are not going to please the flesh like Jake do. Right? Romans the 8th chapter, verse 8 goes into how those in the flesh cannot please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? Another precept in the book of Colossians, the 3rd chapter. Verse 5:1, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Right? Mortify meaning put to death. Right? So we're supposed to, not succumb to the lusts of the flesh. Whereas Jake, they're all about that. I want to do this because it feels good. Yeah, but what you're doing is wicked. And that reminds me of that one verse in the book of Proverbs going into how there's a way that seemeth right, but lead us unto death. I'm going to pull that out. This is the book of Proverbs, the 14th chapter, verse Salakia. The 14th chapter, verse 12. And it doth read, There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. And those are left-handed ways, right? Which is, contrary to the law, which are known as a right-hand ways, the path of life, right? The ways of righteousness. Going back to Romans, the 6th chapter, verse 23, goes into how the wages of sin is death, right? But continuing on to verse, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 1, Then shall the righteous man, right, stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. And, the elect mostly being, composed in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. Hey, they're among all the heathen nations, man. Right? As well as the whole nation of Israel, because it is a great melting pot. The culmination of various cultures mingled into one. Right? So we're literally in front of everybody that has, afflicted us in the past lives, man. All right, Esau, Edom first and foremost, right? Daughter of Babylon. That reminds me of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, verse 1, because back in hardcore bondage, you had Southern Kingdom, they were enslaved in chains, man. And even outside of the United States, all right, and the rest of the Americas, with Spanish and Portuguese colonization, you had Northern Kingdom, and this is for all those stupid ass Jake out there talking about, what was it called, so-called Native Americans and Hispanics didn't go through slavery. Yes they did. Yes they did, and that fucking pisses, us off, because that goes to show you have a lack of knowledge, and you're speaking out your goddamn ass, man. Yeah, Southern Kingdom had it worse, but that doesn't take away the fact that Northern Kingdom also went through slavery. Yes, they did go through slavery, man. All right, that was under the encomienda system and then the repartimiento system. Hey, but Jake want to bear false witness and twist things to get to get it their way, and that's what Yahweh Shemel has to destroy you liars, man. But what's it called? I'm gonna put a priest in the book of Isaiah 13th chapter, verse 13, and it reads, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. The burden means what's it called? A load to carry, a weight to carry. This is a burdensome message. Means this was called. It's a vexing message to Babylon the Great. Because of the slavery going on here back in the ancient world, and we're still in slavery to this day, man. We're in captivity because we're under the sovereignty of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. Just because we're not physical yokes of iron and chains and working in the fields, right? Some Jake are. But what's it called? We're still in captivity under what's it called? Esau's regulations. We have no sovereignty. We can't do what we can do. We just have to wait it out. Right, wait until Yahweh Shai comes. Not no revolutionary crap, man. All right, lift up a banner upon the high mountain. That high mountain referring to America. Right, because time after Jeremiah 31st chapter verse 7, there's a chief nation among all, nations. So because that word mountain really represents a government. So exalt the voice unto them. Yeah, because again, going back to Isaiah the 50th chapter, verse 1, we're supposed to cry loud and spread out, lift up our voice like a trumpet, and show our people their transgressions. Yeah, because we're even, what's it called, sending in great boldness against Jake. And Jake have a hefty, toll to pay, man, for all the bullshit they did to what's it called, Lord's men, man. Hey, because just because we're mostly it's about we're targeting Esau. First and foremost, with prophecy. That don't take away the fact that you had something to do with this, because what's it called? Going back to Proverbs 11th chapter verse 21, I'm mistaken, it was that. It made the mention how though hands were in hand, yet the wicked shall not go unpunished. And the wicked is Esau Edom, but you got Jake, you're acting like wicked motherfuckers, man. And Yahweh Shemel Shai gonna destroy all of you, man. Right? And they shall know by death through pain. That's in the book of 2nd Esdras. It was in the 9th chapter. So, right. Because throughout history, yeah, the Lord sent his prophets, and what would Jake do? They get butthurt, they get offended, they get pissed off, they don't want to hear the truth, they have itching ears, they only want to hear the things that please them, the things that only benefit them. But when it comes to a harsh message, a harsh truth, they would get pissed off, and they slew all the prophets, man. They murdered all the prophets, man. It ain't killing, it's murder. You murdered Yahweh Shemel Shai's men. And for that, you also been marked, man. It's in the book of 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, verse 32. And it does make the mention, how I sent unto you my servants the prophets, whom you have taken and slain, and torn their bodies in pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. So all our blood is upon your goddamn hands, and you're literally goddamned. You're prophesied to the damnation, burning that goddamn lake of fire, man. All right, which is gonna be America when it gets what's it called, melting magma, lava hot from that thermonuclear destruction. All right, that's the future of the goddamn of the 2/3 in America that aren't the elect. Right, because we always make the mention, if you're not the elect and you're in America, you're gonna die. Right, that's your future. That's your fate. That's your burden, man. That's your prophecy. That's your message. All right, talking about what's it called, having a long-lasting future. Ain't no long-lasting future in this place, man, because this is the end of an age. Come out the 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, verse 7 to 9. It goes into how Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, and we're at the end of this day, man. Talking about a future, talking about a business, some of these shit like that. This is the book of Matthew, the 27th chapter, if I'm mistaken, verse 37. This is Yahweh Shai, if I'm mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, with Yahweh Shai speaking in the red letter. And he's also an example, man. Our Lord and Savior, who you slew, who you put up on that goddamn cross. You know, Yahweh Shai's blood is on your hands, man. And that's why going back to Revelation 1:7 makes it mention how, what's it called? Oh, I shall see him, and they shall wail, even those that put him to death. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he, Yahweh Shai, will come with clouds, aka the chariots or so-called UFOs, and every eye shall see him. Also, they also which pierced him, man, and they also which pierced him. You know, so that means the Roman soldiers that actually, did the deed, but also you motherfuckers out there that crucified Yahweh Shai, demanding Pontius Pilate to crucify him. I'm like, crucify him. Yeah, well, what's it called? Death will be upon you as well, man. Or just like how you slew an innocent man, regardless of it being prophecy. Hey, that blood is upon your hands, man. Matthew the 27th chapter, verse 37, it makes a mention. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. Salakia, wrong chapter. Matthew the 23rd chapter, verse 37, Salakia. And it makes mention how, Jerusalem, yeah, because Jerusalem is another title for the nation of Israel. It's just another way to refer to our people. Right? We're known as Jerusalem, Judah, Samaria, the daughter of Zion, right? Israel, Jacob. Those are all our titles, man. So, O Israel, basically, thou that killest the prophets, man, and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and you would not. And Yahweh Shai, if I'm mistaken, he's quoting second. This is the first chapter too, because going in a couple verses above verse 32, it makes to mention how, that hen gathering her chicks, man. Right, but Jake don't give a damn. Jake hate this truth. Right, that's by the time after Jeremiah the 25th chapter, they always make the mention how they would not consider. So this is Jeremiah the 25th chapter, verse 4. And the Lord said unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right, thy power, right, because what's it called? That's our inheritance. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is our inheritance, and, vice versa, we're his. I'm going back to Deuteronomy the 32nd chapter, if I'm mistaken, verse 9. Also, if I'm mistaken, it was Psalms 12 or 16 or so. Making the mention how the Lord is my portion. Right, my cup, my inheritance, my law, right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is our power. But time back to Isaiah 1:3, the oxen with his owner and the ass master's crib, but Israel did not know. Israel did not know. My people did not consider. They rather worship some fucking fish god, man. They had sun gods, man. They're as stupid as Hamites, man. With their hymn to the Nile, worshiping some freaking, worshiping the creation over the creator, man. So Jake is freaking lousy and simple-minded, and that's why we can't wait for the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, because we know, none of this, foolishness will abound. Because folly is saying great dignity, man. We're not about folly. We're about order, man. So going back and make some mention now on the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not with Jesus Christ, man. Or Jehovah. Those are whack names. I'm talking about how those are the English names given. English name given to you, man. All right, that's why I'm talking about to the prologue of Ecclesiasticus, aka the Book of Sirach, or as it was written, also known as the Book of Wisdom, and that's aside from the Wisdom of Solomon. We're talking about Ecclesiasticus, which in the prologue is known as the Book of Wisdom. It does make the mention within that prologue. In the end, it makes a mention how the things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. Henceforth, you cannot call upon Jesus, Jehovah, any of those, bullcrap names, man. There's no power in those names. You're not going to call the Akia, say there's a brother named Yasharala. You're not going to call him Yeshaya. All right? You're not going to call him Yeshaya because it's two different meanings, man. You're not going to call your friend Joseph, Jason. Hey, Jason, no. He don't know you're referring to him because that's not his name. It's not until you call him by his proper name that he actually gets it. Oh, you're referring to me. Well, what's the problem? See, same thing with the Lord, man. And that's really a dishonor when you call him by some bullshit name, man. Right? So when the Lord has sent unto you all the servants, the prophets, rising early, yeah, because the servants are also known as another title for the another title to refer to the prophets are the Lord's servants, man. Rising early and sending them, but yeah, not hearkened. Yeah, hearkened, and you did not hear. Right? You did not care. You did not take heed. Right? Nor incline your ear to hear. They said, turn ye again not everyone from his evil way and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land the Lord hath given unto your fathers and to your fathers forever and ever and ever. Right? Because what's it called? What was one commandment we were given when we first entered the land? The land. To not defile it, man, lest we be spewed out as a heathen, as what's it called? Canaanites were, man. But Jake, did the same lousy crap as a heathen did. And that's why we're in captivity in the goddamn first place, man. That's why we're in America, man. There ain't no buts or ain't no excuses. But no. All right, it will be upon you. We're trying to, twist and add. Jake always tries to avoid accountability like Esau Edom does, man. They said, turn ye again not everyone from his evil way and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land of the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever, and go not after other gods, but thee rather worship some freaking sun god. Right? Hey, here it is. You have Issachar. During pre-Columbian times, with their freaking 5 sun god mythology bull crap, man. Bull crap. Some freaking bull crap like that. And go not after other gods to serve them. And even now on the scene, you got the brujeria thing, right? What's it called? If I'm mistaken, they call it santeria or something like that. A lot of those, voodoo, a lot of those whack freaking, witchcraft religions, and Jake into Buddhism, and Jake into freaking, Christianity. What's not Christianity? Because what's Christianity now doesn't have any, reference to the scriptures, man. All right, with the Catholic outfits, because Jake back then they were wilding out, man. They were wilding out. Right? A lot of pagan traditions and what is now the modern day Christian church. As a matter of fact, that whole church is all freaking progressive now. Talking about same-sex marriages. Did not the Lord make we now have a commandment going into how thou shalt not lay with mankind as with womankind. And the same thing pertains to a woman. A woman shouldn't be lying down with a woman, but with the man. All right, because that's how it's supposed to be ordained. Opposite genders, heterosexual, to be straight. Right, not dealing with the same gender, man. And going on after other gods to serve them and worship them and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, saith Slaki of your hands, and that will do you no hurt. And you have not hearkened, and we did get hurt, man. That's what we're under the curses in the first place, man. So you have not hearkened unto me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, that you may provoke me to anger. See, because the Lord is a power of anger, man. The idea of him being all peace and love and him all, because he is merciful, though. But he does, to have a balance, he does do evil, too. And he does punish us for our iniquities. Or else Amos, the 3rd chapter, is a lie. Right, but it ain't. Because, again, ultimately, though these big books are written by the prophets, they're the word of the Lord. They go back to the word of the Lord, man. And what does it say in the book of Amos? And the Lord is not a man that he should lie, man, right? And so what does it say in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter, starting off at verse 1? Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Yeah, because we're the only nation the Lord's been dealing with, man. Right, going back to Psalms 147, unto Jacob have I given my statutes, and I have not dealt with any other nation. So we're the only ones, man, that the Lord's been dealing with. The heathens are unimportant. And this whole storyline right now is about Esau versus Edom. Moab and Ammon, they're unimportant. So on and so forth. Yeah, they have their rulership, and yeah, they definitely had a significance back in the ancient realm, but it's always been about Esau versus Jacob. But going on says, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities." Right? That's why we're in this, hellhole to begin with, in this state to begin with, man. Right? So, Jacob is, Jacob. These two dudes are really wicked people, man. Jake is a really wicked, people, man. Right? And that's why the Lord, destroy the most of you, man. Zechariah 13th chapter, verse 8. And it should come to pass all the land, referring to America, Babylon the Great, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Right, cut off and die. That's literal. That can't be no metaphorical. That's not a metaphor. That's not a figure of speech. That's a little statement. You can try and switch it up however you want. At the end of the day, prophecy is prophecy, and you 2/3 will get smoked. But the third shall be left therein, referring to an elect, because again, if the Lord had left except the Lord had left the remnant, we should have been like in a Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord ain't gonna destroy his people, man. He's gonna have to preserve the elect, and that's prophecy. All right, many of us going to an elect remnant. Right. I'm gonna go back to 2nd Ezra. That's like it. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. And so then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him. Yeah, by going out to the highways and hedges and teaching, man. Being seen of everybody. The world, man. Right? Of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they have to look for. And you have that one quote that goes into how reality is often stranger than fiction. Yeah, because to you, UFOs or extraterrestrial life forms, because with Esau, deceiving the people, he makes it look like evolution, you go into anthropology and you learn about Earth being billions of years old and some bullcrap in the universe, the Big Bang Theory and whatnot. Jake is actually into that stuff now. You're not talking about extraterrestrial life forms and guys only a part of our culture. He's not a real thing. Yeah, the Lord is a real thing, man. The Lord is a real being. He's a real person, right? But with Jake, they want to believe some freaking extraterrestrial bullcrap and UFOs being from that, spying on us and whatnot, or some other theory, when really, the simple answer we always give out is that those are the chariots of the Lord, man. It was spiritual material. Those are angels, themselves, man. Going back to Ezekiel, the 1st chapter breakdown, right? So when we tell you we're gonna be delivered on UFOs, man, you're like, what? No, you get offended, man. You get offended. You rather believe some freaking some fairy tale bullcrap about being lifted up in the cloud. First of all, there ain't no spotlight coming from a cloud. All right, the only spark of light you see from a cloud is lightning. Ain't no beam gonna shine out upon you from a freaking cloud. A cloud has no foundation. Right? What do you mean they get caught up in the clouds, in the little clouds, man? You're gonna get caught up in the chariots, man. That's what it's referring to. You got planes, freaking skydivers, freaking, projectiles thrown in the air. Those things go through freaking clouds, man, because the cloud is it's gas. Right? It's vapor. You go through that. So it's clearly not referring to a little cloud. It's referring to a so-called UFO. And we're talking about how we're going to get delivered on those things, man, from that, to be preserved from the fire. And that's why it's written, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. You guys rather, attain to the heathen answers on what comes after. Talking about oh no, it's when you die, you go to Sky City. Ain't no Sky City, man. All right, the New Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, referring to you getting beaten down on the chariots, and there'll be a little city, man. There will be a little city, man. The kingdom of heaven, our kingdom is gonna be on the earth. right? Or else Daniel the second, or Daniel the seventh chapter. Daniel the seventh chapter has no effect, but it do. Because again, for they are faithful and true. The scriptures are faithful and true, right? So that reminds me of the book of Habakkuk, the first chapter. That does make the mention in verse 5. Behold ye among the heathen and regard, and wonder marvelously. Right, marvel. You're astonished. You're in awe. You're like, what the heck? You're surprised, basically. So wonder marvelously, for I will work in your days, which you would not believe, though it be told you. Yeah, because they constantly tell you you're gonna get beamed up on UFOs, man. To you, it's freaking conspiracy theory crackhead vibes, man. You treat us like we're crackheads in dresses. When we're entirely, entirely the opposite, man. Hell, man, we condemn crackheads, man. A lot of those guys are freaking, bugged the hell out. Now, we do know there are some accounts of, men that were on, under the influence on certain things like that. What's it called? Yahweh Shai gave them the spirit to listen to this thing and change their ways. Called only like Yahweh Shai for that. But what's it called? A lot of those guys, man, a lot of those crackheads, those guys are through anyways. Oh, they're destroyed, man. They're destroyed because not only do they destroy the temple, what's it called? You literally physically see that, man. Or you got that fan laced with that. You had a video on Newsbreak. You got that one channel on Newsbreak called The Streets, and you have this Edomite. He's always documenting homeless people, man. And there's one video of an Edomite, a homeless Edomite dude who's an addict, and he was taking fentanyl laced with some other drug, and that's literally eating up his flesh, man. He has sore wounds that do not heal, right? And that goes for a lot of people, man. So when they say it, so like I continue on, verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish, the spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we asked, sometimes in derision and the proverb reproach. You guys won't consider, man. You guys think that we're clowns, right? Hey, but what's it called? You'll see that we're quite the contrary. Lord, will we be those men? Right? And the Lord will, give his men honor. Right? That is coming soon. Right, 1 John the 3rd chapter, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Right, we're going to be, great, perfected, we have an honor, right? That was in the book of Zephaniah, right? 2nd or 3rd chapter, verse 9, or so. Somewhere around there. Oh, Salakia, it was verse 20. At that time will I bring you again, even at that time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, the 2/3 that look down on the men, on down to all the heathen, they will, respect the elect man. They will not clown on them anymore. They will respect them, right? Because those are the men of the Lord. Right, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness, and this end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh Ba'ashman Shai, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore we erred from the way of truth and the light of righteousness, and not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Right, we worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Well, pride profited us nothing. It profited you death, man, because I'm at the Proverbs, the 18th chapter. I'm mistaken. Actually, I'm going to pull that out because I forget. I believe it was the 16th chapter, now that I think about it. Right, 16 and 18, if I'm mistaken. Proverbs the 16th chapter, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right? So, you fall, you collapse. You know, what have pride profited us, or what good had riches with our advancing brought us? Nothing. Right? But I just want to do a quick little hit on that. Lord wills, edifying. To the next one, I do say shalom.